Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we're playing Adventures in the Fleet. Where we left off last time, at least last session, as it were, everyone got to meet Hannah and got to find out a little bit more about Caris and about what's going on in the Harbor of Woe, and what the collective does. Caris got some arrows. We had Lyra get a new crossbow that was modified by Steve. Jack got a cool bracer with a blade and a blankie that can cast some light. And you were snuck into the Harbor of Woe through a very long boat ride. Do you remember the man's name? The fisherman?
Yes, I believe. My memory's pulling up. Theodore.
Yes, Theodore. He dropped you off, and you walked around a little bit, and you finally you went behind the silver cup.
Silver bug.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, where'd my? Did I put the? There it is. You guys have it.
Map.
Yeah, mug, the silver mug, to the gilded, and the other part of the word was actually covered up by like vegetables or fruit or something. Someone had defaced the sign. So you went in there, saw two elven boys kind of running around playing, and went to the front desk. The older, like adult elven man had his right eye was pretty busted up, and the last thing. Let's see here. He asked an Edgar to get the door, and he asked Caris, "What am I looking at?" And that is where we left off.
Well, during our travels, I procured a few things. Don't know if you've seen one of these before. We hadn't seen the creature who had it, and I hand over the largest of the spires.
The one that you know is being used?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Kind of looking you guys over. What's your passive perception?
Passive is 16.
Yeah, you definitely notice this. You kind of glance over. You hear someone like running, like after like a kid's arguing and like running, and then you hear "Ow!" and whoever was running is now running straight into a wall 10 feet away and slams into the wall, and the boy who got the doors walking. Just one moment. Edgar, I know you were proud of those. Could you just not use that on your brother? Edgar? They already ran outside. Okay, so my fee for identification, it matters on the item itself. If it's a lower powered item, it's just a single gold for me to use that. But if I'm having to use stronger magic to actually figure out or ascertain what this is, it will go up from there. There also is the possibility of if you have things to trade, or if you're willing to go and get things for me. But number one, tell you don't work for the collective. So who do you work for?
We are entrepreneurs of sorts. Seems like we've been traveling along with our captain, who deals in many ways of procuring things.
I should have come up with a backstory.
Roll a deception.
Da-da-dum.
Oh my god.
That is a natural 1, meaning it's a -2.
I'm going to show you the blue dice. It was a natural 20 before a turn.
That place. That place. All right.
And so the iris is like you really can't. The only reason you know the pupils are there is because it doesn't glimmer like his iris. He blinks, and like it's really strange because the right eye that is busted up, it looks like you can actually see the broken blood vessels in it. It looks really odd on black.
Did we actually get his name, by the way, before I wanted to make sure? Did we get his name?
Nope.
We did not. Okay, cool. Continue.
Entrepreneurs, huh? So,
You must have been like, yeah, we're total 100% entrepreneurs. Not doing anything shady. Yep.
You're just wanting me to look at this one item, you can pay me, and then be done, or
We could.
do you have more items?
There is possibly more items. Yes. I didn't know if you were the sort of person they say people can do things, but actually doing them.
Okay. Okay.
We were recommended to you.
By
It's a T word, right? T.
Tommy.
No.
Thomas.
Theodore.
Theodore. Yes.
then he starts kind of randomly talking about the weather,
Oh.
talking in thieves' camp.
Mhm. I'm the only one.
Yep. So, you're here on business of some sort, and if you're with Theodore, I approve. Next time, figure a better alibi. So let's look at this item. And they could just go straight out of the thief. So you guys are hearing like the weather was really strange today. Like
The weather is terrible here.
yeah. Or not like, and you're like, it wasn't. It didn't rain. It didn't, and it didn't. What in the world?
My hair has been a little
All
humidity
over?
though,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
agree.
So and you're constantly hearing like running and everything like upstairs, and like just boys being boys.
Toxic masculinity.
I wanted to apologize, sir, before we continue. We didn't catch your name. Came here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name's Everett, and welcome to the Gilded Corner. You saw my two boys, Edmund and Edgar. My wife Edna is out. So first off, he doesn't touch the strange spike thing. Just kind of puts his hands over it, and like both of his hands seem to be like almost like buzzing. Okay. So he,
Movie theater bag.
yeah.
Open it as slowly as possible.
So he spends. So he brings out like this
Nothing at all.
strange golden thing hanging from a chain around his neck that looked kind of like an eye with a pearl as the eye part, and the rest of it is just golden, and it kind of opens up as he's like casting. Oh. I'll let you explain it.
Nice. Celestial major. Okay. You can cast a major illusion, but image size is 200 feet, and the range is 300 feet. It can have sound, smell, taste, and can feel as if it was real. The duration is 1 hour per day. Well, costs 3 hit dice and HP. No concentration. And it's a DC 17 check to see past.
Was this the organ of the creature that he got? The
No, this is one of that weird metal things you pulled out of its back.
yes, okay, yes.
Okay, while you're at it,
Do you see the other things?
4 charges, 4 hit dice, and death save to cast the illusion. 1 charge and 1 hit dice to cast mislead. 3 charges, 2 hit dice to cast mental prison. 4 charges, 2 hit dice to cast mirage arcana. 2 charges, 3 hit dice for a hallucinatory terrain. 3 charges, 3 hit dice to cast seeming. 1 charge, 3 hit dice hypnotic pattern. 2 charges, 2 hit dice to cast fear. 4 charges, 3 hit dice to cast creation.
Yeah. Let me see this here. 4 charges recharged on this left to the event. 4 slots for that takes 3 slots of attunement.
That's all of them. That's all your attunement slots.
Yeah. But you can attune to more than one person. Because there's these weird tentacle things that
Oh,
so you
Okay.
can split it. So there's that one.
that's interesting. What about this one?
So you pull out the other one.
The smaller.
Okay. You set it down. He does the.
I got eyeballs. Bathroom.
What?
You got a
I have the
tentacle whip.
eyeballs.
Okay. So he does the same thing,
Oh, you have its. Oh, yeah, you have its
Yeah.
entire
And he-
head.
and he,
Pull.
like after he touches, so you're just like laying stuff on the counter.
After I pull out the other one, you're like, oh, ah!
Wait a minute.
So so after he touches it and he casts that, this takes 4 attunement slots. I'm not going to ask where you go.
Did you already pull out the head?
Yeah. Well, you don't
Dude.
have to ask because
From that thing.
it's right here.
It was bigger. There's more of it.
Okay, so I'm guessing you put the tentacle on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a nuke. It's like a nuclear
Yeah.
weapon. It's a nuclear weapon. Do you want me just to kind of text the text of it to you, or
Yeah, that's a lot of.
Well, might want to stash that thing away. Out of sight, maybe.
I'm getting it. Actually, yeah. Let me see if this will actually send in this one. There we go. Just say what the name is.
The Disintegrate Aura Pyre.
And the other one.
Is the Illusion Pyre. Yeah, that's. I'm glad he didn't activate that one. It's kind of a self-destruct button.
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody would have known what happened.
No. Okay. So he brought you here. What is your goal? Being here. Are you doing business and leaving, or are you doing something big?
And as you have children, and as you seem to be of a trustworthy sort and know Theodore, and we were tasked to make some noise.
Okay.
And I believe this one will do. Warning will be given out, but we are here to.
We're from the government and we're here to help.
I'll talk in Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
And about memories fleeting as they pass by, and helping thoughts and cares as
Are you
we.
talking Thunder as well while we're sitting?
Yeah.
He's doing interesting. What are you actually talking about?
I'm telling him that we're from the fleet, and we're
Yeah,
here
yeah.
Okay.
to help. Because I don't know. I'm like, but your children, we will never bring any harm to children and/or the weak and helpless.
I'm guessing you will actually kind of do a slight motion
Yeah.
like this to show that. Okay. Well, as of right now, you would be at about 10 gold. Just for those two items.
Okay.
But what else am I looking at so I can we can get a total and I can figure out something that we can bring that number down. You want me to look at a severed head?
Well, I have this whip here, so you can look at that first, and then I guess you can look at the head too if you.
Well, the whip was basically part of the head, right?
Okay, well it
was one
how
of
many
those tentacles.
yeah.
that-
how many days ago was that?
3, 2, 3? I think 3.
No, more than that, because
Okay.
well, I thought that was like a week.
Did we have a
Yeah.
time jump after?
Not really.
Oh.
Okay, so it was.
Well, there
like-
was. It's been like two weeks.
Okay.
So it smells a little fishy.
A fortnight? Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Has been a fortnight, good sir, since we have procured this crustacean head.
Okay.
Nope. Don't worry, she says some weird stuff.
Oh.
I'll just
Don't growl at me.
okay. I'll just text this. There. It acts as a whip. It doesn't seem to actually rot, which is concerning, but it does have a interesting poison associated with it. And you want me to figure out what do you had an like what else, like the severed head itself or pieces of it or what?
Well, probably the eyeballs, don't you think? Is what
Huh?
to look at.
I don't know. I'm done looking at the thing.
You have jerky, and you have organs.
Oh yeah,
that's
we
right,
do
I
have
did
the
make jerky.
organs. Yeah, we don't know.
I have my arm fragments. I wanted to see. I know. I think it was another individual that was close by.
So you're carrying around its. Oh, you're wanting armor made from it?
Well, when we were fighting it, I realized it was fairly durable, and I didn't know if it was possible to construct something that would be a little lighter, because I don't want all that extra heft and bulk. I have some of the fragments here, but I don't know if you're the person who would be the one who would do this. But I just, if you could cast your eye on it and see what you think, I'd be most grateful.
Well, okay, so he does his identification of it. Number one, with the spell I'm using, I don't know what the name of this thing is, but I know that if you do craft it into armor, it will glow with a dim light if you're within 60 feet of a magic item.
Okay.
May not be too helpful.
Yeah.
It will be roughly the strength of scale mail.
Okay.
Okay. Or you can make it into a shield with the same effect. And is that a pincher?
No, I gave it to.
Oh, you did. Okay.
And that's
All right.
that's Ryan. Ryan has the rest of it.
Okay.
That's for his spear.
Okay.
It was supposed to be taken back to the fleet.
Should probably look at the jerky. See if that does.
And I tried a piece of this. It didn't. I haven't done that since because kind of felt like I may have just squeaked by dying, or
Okay. So he
losing grips with reality.
he does that again. Okay. It is like you are under the effect of
Should I have a look on the mushrooms or anything exciting to just
it's detect magic, but for not 10 minutes, but an hour.
Okay.
But you're going to have to have a strong enough constitution not to purge.
Okay.
And if you do eat large quantities of it, I don't know what would actually happen to you. You ate it once?
Once.
Have you felt any ill effects or anything?
Felt a little nauseous.
Okay.
But other than that, I was fine.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that I guess tracks with all the pretty colors and what I
Okay.
saw. When I saw like all the, it seemed like all the magic types or all the types of magic were swirling around these fires, and
Well, those aren't necessarily magic. Like the way they're not from here.
Didn't seem like that thing was either.
I don't think so.
While we're at it, do you happen to sell any weaponry or?
Possibly. Is there anything else I'm looking at?
I don't have anything.
I want you to look at the eyeballs.
Okay.
He's like, all this is from the same creature.
Just
That's it. That's it.
It's like there's like one left,
Yeah.
right? Okay. It can be used as a focus, a magic focus. How is it still? Okay. How do I explain? What I'm doing right now is just I'm using a spell that allows you to know what the magic abilities of things are. This, if you really want to, you can put it up to your eye and look through it once per day to detect if there's magic. You have 10 minutes, so.
seems safer than the jerky.
Yeah.
Want some jerky?
No. I'll keep my eyeball.
Okay. Jack, you got any pieces that we haven't thought of?
As far as I see that I have left, that was the only thing on my end. So,
Okay.
as it works, that we need to identify.
Okay. What would you be in the market for?
I'm an archer,
Okay.
and as you can see, we're dabbling in a little subterfuge.
Okay.
So, anything that would facilitate that, or pointy things, bunch of killy bits, you know.
Yeah. It's kind of vague. Needless to say, I really can't be enchanting all that much, because if they find out that I can, I'll be forced to do a lot more. So what I have been doing is procuring some items, and doing almost like pawning things. There is the ruins pretty close to us, and I try to keep my boys out of there, but they keep finding stuff. Edgar has seemed to have figured out how to enchant rocks. And Edmund has figured out some things on his own. Edgar, could you please come down here? Can you hear that? Yeah. Yes, Father. Could you explain your fancy stones there? I'd love to. I call them switcheroo stones. You throw one, and on a hit, it switches spots with the matching stone, but you switch with the person you hit. So, what you heard last time, Edmund was running at me, so I made sure to position myself in front of a wall, and I threw a rock at him and hit him in the forehead, and he hit the wall. Yeah, they don't have a very long range, like 10 feet.
Okay.
That's something that he's
He's a talented boy.
The kid.
Let's see here. Edmund, could you go in the back and look for anything that could mess things up?
It's good. So he goes up. Good way to put it.
While he's looking through the stuff, I wanted to do a quick aside to my team over here, and I just wanted to clear up. Is there anyone who would recognize either of you at all? As far as I know, you have some business with Collective Ira, and I know Chris, especially you've been here. Is there anybody who would recognize any of your faces?
Maybe.
Okay.
Would you remember?
I wouldn't really know who it would be. There's a few people I remember, but you'll know if they recognize me or if I recognize them.
Well, I've got a back pocket full of makeup in the form of my disguise kit. If you do need, but I'm saying if this is something that we really need to, this is a dangerous situation, potentially could expose us.
Okay.
I just want to be prepared.
Do I look pale or
I mean,
what? I mean, I know it's just my complexion. I mean, I don't.
I understand that. It's part of a. It's a survival thing. It's not that you're. I mean, no matter how pale you are, whether you're pale or not, you are pale. Because you are pale, but that's not the point. We just need to make sure that we're prepared just in case. So, I just wanted to settle that before we step out of this. We've only barely stepped out. I don't want it to turn into a snafu real quick.
Okay. I only have one dagger.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I have basic. Like I've got a dagger, some arrows. I don't have any. So this. Someone. I don't remember. I think they took this off some goblins. That you kind of explain that one through.
The Battle Chef Field Dresser. An uncommon item requires attunement. This sharp knife is enchanted with 5 fiery runes that magically heat its edge. Its sharp blade that is intentionally designed to quickly prepare fresh cuts of meat from slain creatures. When you hit a creature with an attack using this magic dagger, the target takes an extra 1d4 fire damage. In addition, whenever you reduce a living beast or monstrosity that you can see within 5 feet of you to 0 hit points, you can quickly slice off a small prime cut of its flesh, no action required, cooking it in the process. And you gain 1 ration.
But it does 1d4 damage.
What was the name of it?
The Battle Chef Field Dresser.
You can also use it to cauterize in case you need to cut off a finger or something.
Then I have.
Just in case.
That's
Yeah, Everett, I would also mention if there's anything that can, shroud us or maybe conceal us or possibly conceal identities, I would just like to see what you had. Out of curiosity.
cool guy stuff.
Okay, concealing and things like that. Okay.
He's talking about makeup again, isn't he?
I think you
Hey.
have beautiful skin, by the way. Jack might not think so, but I do.
When I first met you, I wasn't sure if you had jaundice or not. Now I know you don't.
Wow.
What's jaundice?
The yellow fever, yellow skin thing. Yellow.
Am I yellow or pale? I don't.
It's kind of a milky yellow.
Okay.
Okay, so
Like cream.
I have
I like cream.
some interesting arrowheads.
Ooh. It's for the weed cutters for birds. That's where it comes from.
I had my scissor in here somewhere, and I think I found my backup. It's my backup.
Safety scissors.
It's my backup scissor.
Oh.
That might help with something.
I don't have any money.
Oh.
For your espionage, this might. He pulls out some weird-looking gloves, and then there's a. Edgar actually comes out with helping Edmund with a trunk.
Blue gloves.
Yeah.
Gloves of the amphibious. These gloves come in many different colors and meld seamlessly into your hands when you don them. While wearing these gloves, climbing doesn't cost you an extra movement. You gain 1+ to bonus to strength and athletics checks to grapple a creature, and any creature you grappled by you that is not wearing armor takes 1d4 poison damage at the end of each of your turns.
I'm not really happy that I have those, but those used to be someone's hands.
No. You can borrow some money from me. You pay me back later.
We have a Drowner's Pearl, some armor that helps you with the water, a Battle Chef buckler. I think that the goblin, whoever had that knife, must have had this too. You said you used a bow?
Yes. Yes, I.
There's a... You might want to look at some of those.
Some climbing gloves, but okay.
You can send pictures of those to... actually, I'll let you to... and like he's explaining all... Like, I could just read all of it off,
Yep.
but...
Yeah, that's a lot, I imagine. I do require, I know this is a more mundane item, just some, I don't know if you have that, just crossbow bolts. Or I apologize. I think it was crossbow bolts.
Okay. Yeah, we have regular crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Look at what those would just cost. What do you
The companion band.
you like that one?
I mean, I have it there.
Yeah, but Preston doesn't see it
I know, but you sent it.
to our group,
Yeah,
so Preston can see it.
I know, but you pointed at it like I did.
No, I pointed at the one you hadn't sent yet.
This
Okay,
one?
so maybe 1 gold, and you come with crossbow bolts. I think you get 10 with it.
10 bolts for a gold piece.
They're not expensive.
Yeah, they're not.
The companion's band is nice.
What was that?
The companion's band is interesting.
Yeah.
Arrows, at least in Fight Club 5, say they're 5 copper.
Okay. So not all that much.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How much is your boat? As a camp, this would be different.
well,
Yeah.
this is and it's a weird size. It's definitely a dwarven bow. So it's like it's like a it would be a long bow to them, but it would be like a short bow to you.
Okay.
But it still has the capacity as a long bow.
Okay.
That this would be usually 100.
I don't know.
How much did you get for the initial glaive job? I'm trying to remember. Oh, he wasn't there. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
Yeah, he didn't.
But
He turned down.
what
And blunt until you get it.
Oh, Raven.
500 platinum. I said,
Changing your mind now.
No.
um
I'm just.
How much do we owe you right now? Already.
15.
Okay.
But If you see, I've had some trouble today.
Oh, yeah,
We didn't want to pry.
So, what of that are you wanting? I know he's smitten with the bow at the moment.
its gloves are kind of cool, too.
How much is the companion band?
That one's, what, these two? Possibly.
Jack,
Yes.
were you wanting any of them? Are you able to see most of them?
Yes.
You're probably not able to read the It's blurry here.
I see them. I saw them all.
I put the numbers at the bottom.
Okay. 100. I always like nice things.
I know.
They're pretty powerful things.
Mm-hmm.
There. Drowner's Pearl is interesting, but it's a one-use thing basically, and then before it disintegrates. So that's a
Yeah, and that's only 10 gold anyway.
okay. And the gloves of Amphibios.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
They're 100.
100.
100.
Good sir, do you want this head of this lobster?
I could definitely take it off your hands for a good price. What are you wanting? And are you for hire on top of what you're doing for the fleet?
I would, as long as it doesn't get in the way, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, does it have something to do with that shiner you got on your right eye?
Matter of fact, it does. I have to pay my tithe to the collective, and they decided I was short, so they took my wife today.
That would be, yep. If you would like to pay us, that is up to you.
Yeah,
I will do it anyway.
I appreciate that. I need help getting my boys and her out of town.
Sure.
Once wait. We need to know when you're going to be using those things.
Well, didn't know we had them. So,
Okay.
didn't know that they were this interesting.
And the hoses and stuff on them are constantly like slightly moving, but they're like staying still. But it looks like they're. If you're holding them, they're not moving, but they look like they are. It's like they're kind of phasing in and out. I don't. Okay. This is just stuff.
How cool I am.
What?
The ammunition. The bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
You have 3 of those weird arrows.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Yeah, you don't, but you still have to roll if you ever.
That's right.
And so you don't want him to look at the mushrooms.
No, I want to keep it a surprise.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
So honestly, whatever, I'll give you all that if you can help me get my wife out of there. I need my boys to.
Where is your wife located?
Yes.
Okay. The map.
I'm
Here, you can hand it to me.
Da-da.
Because that group that did that. They brought her to the hold.
A hold. Okay. Also,
You can roll the history.
uh, 18.
You're like, oh. That's where they process individuals to possibly be sold or allocated to be doing services. There is time. Like, it's not instantaneous because
Okay.
now Edgar and Edmund did find in the rubble, they found a place that we can maybe go that way. I just don't know where it goes.
If you
This is tough because this is possibly 2 jobs for you.
if you wanna look at this, and I speak and pull out the skull,
okay.
abandon all hope.
In Abysmal.
Yep. And of course, then it starts lighting up.
Yep.
I'm showing him all the little pathways that are on this outside,
Yep.
going from the.
Okay. Edmund, come here. And he points.
Yeah, just take it. Yeah, no, it's. Yeah, don't put your hand under it too long.
Oh, that's good. That's bad looking. Edmund's like, oh, that's where we found it. Could you describe what you found? Well, you just go there and you kind of step and turn around, and then you're not on the beach anymore.
Where are you, son?
It's like a weird stone room with doors.
Weird stone room with doors.
It's kind of round, and there was one door that was kind of broken, and we went through, and Edgar found a whole bunch of really good paper and ink.
Oh. Maybe talking about the tower. One of the towers.
Mm-hmm.
Or did you hear anything while you were inside?
No, it was pretty quiet. And then we have gone through some of those other areas, and we found other ways into other places that look kind of like it, but that's the only weird one. And so, like, there's like a stack of paper like right next to him, and that's for spell scrolls. Oh, and we found that. It was kind of like It was by the pile of stuff. There was a whole bunch of crumpled up papers, but this one actually had writing on it. I think that.
Here, if we can.
Oh wow. Ooh. Let them in. I see let them in. I see a lot of Amin in and men's. Yeah. Oh wow.
Was the movie 23?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I definitely not on that.
Did you hear or see anybody in there? Or?
It was it was dusty towards the other ones, like the one that was broken, like we went in there pretty easy, so. Here, let me,
The tides.
uh,
The tides will change.
yeah, so that's where you feel is
Hmm?
the starting point, the upright.
Oh, okay. Okay. What once was is no more. What is gone shall be reborn. What is new shall be old. Calling forth from those after change shall reign. The tides will change. 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 The tides will turn.
Roll an intelligence. So as you're reading,
Oh,
because
interesting.
it was over a 10, you're like, oh.
What was destroyed shall be stitched anew. The destroyer shall have a reckoning. Those that were punished justly, yes, justly, shall reign for those that was said that flew too high. The day will come. For those that said such things shall fall. Death come from above, death from above. Now from below. What was thrown will be returned. Wow. Okay.
Great a riddle.
Calling forth from. Okay. Change.
I just texted you what that was that you just read out loud.
A means to an end. Title change. Let them in, and in the center of it, it has a means to an end, all circling all the center, and then it says "let them in" the center of the paper.
And who is them?
Is this any bells historically for us as far as the world goes, or the?
Who would like to roll a history?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Eh.
I don't know. How's your history?
Huh?
That's why I didn't do it, because the saying is only for the one. There you go.
Overlay. Okay. What? Towers.
Oh.
Maybe. This is let them in. It's two towers.
Let them in
Maybe.
from below.
Is he using the skull? Is he using?
No, he's taking the page
Okay.
and going over his map.
Okay. So I'm thinking has a center point on the map, and then you see the two towers
Yeah.
at the entrance to the port.
Yes.
Okay. Then, center point of the map, 2 points.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe let them in would be what's called the peak, which was what we were told was the piece cast down, and it says what will be thrown from above will be come from below. So maybe this is a prophecy of the peak returning, or
Yeah, what was thrown will be returned.
what was thrown will be returned. So I don't know. It seemed like higher powers through this, so I don't know if we really want to return. And it says the ones that were just, what was it?
Unjustly.
Unjustly punished shall reign. So I don't think this is good. And this doesn't seem good to me.
Can I see if we historically know anything more? Can I roll for it?
Yeah,
If it makes more contact, yeah.
and everyone is kind of helping.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yep. So advantage +2.
+2, and then also he's kind of looking at that. So you get +5
Plus
on top,
5.
on top
okay.
of your advantage. Because I'm not going to have him roll, because I'd just be giving stuff away.
8. I got with the 26. I got an 18, and then +5, and then my +3. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. He. Everett is like, why are there only 2 moons in each of those? Like the
Two
phases.
moons. Yeah,
Like
there's.
the phases.
Was that?
But like, wait, that symbol?
Yes.
Doesn't that look kind of like the collective symbol? It's like a simplified form of that, but you're like, that symbol is not on the.
Okay.
When you're like, why there's 4 of the. That's weird because we only have the 2. We've got the 2 moons in the sky, but why do you keep doing that? Let the. All I can think of is that, like, let them in about around 400 years when there was like legend of those that survived
And
the fall of the peak. So that could be writings of someone that survived.
And from what I've heard, they did all manner of things
Yeah,
to everybody in this world. So
they're not. They were not very moral individuals, and it looks like they were the ones that let in the collective.
So
So that's a really, like, my son, they just kind of came upon that in whatever that interdimensional space was. That could be sending you to the other side of the planet. Well, because the amount of destruction that happened when that thing fell, it shifted so many different things. That could just be a single stone that you're standing over that got blown 100 feet.
it's at the edge of the, what I would assume be the crater.
Because we have very little knowledge of what this civilization looked like. It's a giant crater afterward.
And Edmund found this space, right? He found it on the beach, or
Yeah, just on the beach.
Okay.
But it looks like whoever drew that map had found it too. And the door was busted open, so they could have found something.
And is this related in any way to your wife, Edna, as well, Everett? Or is this is just something? This is a completely separate.
This is the place that my sons thought it would be a good place for us to hide. But I don't want to bring my sons and my wife there unless someone checks the place out.
Okay. Let's check this place out and let's get your wife.
We're agreeing. So in return, we're receiving these items. These items here, right? Is this the
Yeah.
deal that's going on?
And I'll make sure you can. I'll make deals with other shopkeepers to get you other things as well, as long as this place is actually safe enough. And while you're looking at this place, I guess I'll find out exactly where she is. I can pull some favors.
Anyone else you trust here? I don't know. I mean, we're fortunate enough that we can have a conversation like this with you, but are there other individuals that you know of that we can talk candidly like this?
There's a small blacksmith. I say small. His name's Grundle. He's not a small creature.
Grundle.
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 Yeah. I can't tell if he's an ogre or a hill troll. But he mainly works on anchors. But he's not a armorer or in any source, but I can talk to him. I don't advise much from him, but I trust him. There is a Glenda. She sells day-old fish. There's most of the shopkeepers are here because the collective is holding a member of their family. My family came here quite a few years ago, started things. It looked like they were going to possibly move out, but it seems they found more things and wanted to make the peak more of a base of operations. It looked like they were moving in to just have the peak so we could maybe just have the outskirts. It's difficult to set up a new shop, but yeah. I know there's some people that have code words, but I don't know. You were going to say something.
Yeah, Everett, have you happened to see anyone else that looks like me around here named Micah? A little bit older than me.
I've seen not someone specifically like that. So sorry.
That's all right.
Can you repeat that?
I apologize. It seems like this could be the opportunity for us to be able to find a way to enact the plan that we have going here. I would say the only thing is if you could, while we're gone, I would ask that you, not now, but at least later on, give us like a accurate list of any helpful info we could need about the island and everything else, because We just need as much intelligence as we can before we do what we got to do. But you don't have to think about that now. Right? We can take care of scouring out this area, but we need to be prepared for what anything and everything that's about to happen.
Okay.
And what time was it when we got here?
It was like 10
A.M. or P.M.?
p.m.
Okay.
So 22.
Okay.
Yeah, 2200.
It's probably been like an hour.
An hour.
Okay.
Half an hour.
Okay. Well, okay. And that place is close to an area where we're going.
Okay.
So maybe tonight we can take a look, and if you want to get any information from the local shopkeepers, and maybe get the names of their family members, that we can either help them in exchange, or, I mean, realistically, I would like to free all of them.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you know anything about the collars?
I've seen them. Of course, I haven't been able to identify them right off the bat. The material that they're made out of, I've not seen that kind of leather. And the metal, I'm not accustomed to. It's not iron. It's not silver. It's got to be some kind of strange alloy. And the magic it's got to be ancient. It can't be new. And I know that the little bit that I know of those collars, they started showing up a little over 100 years ago. And then that's when the collective, of course, got even more powerful. But they've been here for a while.
Okay.
I apologize. What were you going to say, Chris?
Edgar, do you think you could make more of those stones? And do they work just on people, or do they work on things as well?
It took a while. I could work on things being moved. How big?
Well, I mean, as big as possible.
This can only, well, by definition, can only go up to large.
Maybe a cart, maybe?
So that'd be roughly that size. I think that would work with this right now. But you can only throw it 10 feet.
Yep.
I'm confused how that would work with an object.
We
You
would
throw
trade
it-
places with the
Yeah,
object.
you trade places with the object.
Yeah.
When it makes contact with the other object or individual, you
Mhm.
switch.
Yep.
Could it do that to a magic object?
And can you make an arrow?
I can,
You and your arrows.
well, what do you want the arrow to do?
That. Switch places with the person. You said you could do that, right? Over 10 feet. Can you make it maybe 50 or 100?
Well, it's the farther away you are from the stone, I can only do the 10 feet. That's why you only have the 10-foot range.
Hypothetical question. If you could do it to an object and a magic object, could you do it to the collars to where you switch places with the collar, so that
It-
you would be basically.
It does an
around the
area.
neck. An area. Oh, okay.
That would be.
You-
then,
Is Worsley.
You're gonna be around somebody's neck?
Yeah, you basically
Everett,
would be.
Everett kind of chimes in. He's like, my son is very gifted with his enchantment, but that would be a very specific. I'm still trying to figure out how he figured out to do this. And Edmund is over there just kind of like kicking the ground. But Edmund helps though. He
Well-
picked the stones. I think it would take too long to make bigger. If we could maybe find an amplifier. But that's... whatever. So like this 10 to 12-year-old kid is just like schooling you on magic stuff.
A mage, and he's holding the staff, and I switch it with disintegration spire, and it just goes.
To attune, the tentacles stick into you. That's why it takes the.
Oh, okay. All right.
You don't look the same.
Okay.
Well, I would say, as we're doing this, just keep to those shopkeepers, individuals you trust, let them know that we're trying to help, and if there's any way they can help us via information or supply, anything that can help our cause, it would be greatly appreciated, because you can voice that better than we could.
Okay. I'll even talk to the fishermen.
Tell them we're entrepreneurs.
I won't do that.
All right.
But I'll maybe talk to the fishermen and maybe talk to an alchemist about making everyone for a few days uncomfortable. It's getting pretty close to your meeting time.
Well, would you like us to meet you tomorrow? And is there a good place for us to bed down tonight?
Meeting me probably the next day might not be the best.
Okay.
A place preferably with only 2 beds.
He moves and he grabs this stone that looks like it has an ear on one side. Okay. He hands over this stone, and you guys know it as ascending stone. Place to stay. There's yeah, you do. The silver mug,
Set
you can
them up
stay
like
there.
phones.
Oh, you. I don't advise actually having those things like right next to each other. Yeah. The silver mug has places to stay. It's like an inn and tavern.
Isn't that where we are right
We're
now?
right behind it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're pretty close. Trying to hide you. It's gonna be. Once morning comes, that's when the crowds just kind of come in.
Are there any individuals that we look most like or most believed to be? Like, you know, some of the groups that come in and out of here, mercenaries types. Is there ones that would be a more believable alibi than the non-existent one we have right now?
Entrepreneurs.
Well, you could just be here looking for product. Like everyone hires people to come, and like you could be wanting to delve into the runes, into the
Okay.
rubble.
Entrepreneur would do that.
Yeah, yes, they would.
Okay. Okay.
I guess here, just grab some extra ropes, put it on the outside of your packs. Make sure you have all the things that you need.
Yes.
We can take these.
Yeah, I have ways.
You said you can enchant.
What
I
are you
know
needing?
not now, but
What are you needing?
maybe see if you and your boy could do something about that switching spots with wherever shot, or if I could maybe
You can only do 10 feet.
activate it to maybe move out of danger, or something along the lines of
Okay.
a step in the mist.
Okay. I'll look into it.
Or something fun. I mean, I kind of can't
Okay.
reason.
Well, I'll.
When you're safe, when you're in the
Okay.
when in the whatever this place is.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right, and this, and I'll take these.
So you
Are
have
you
those.
giving Jack any of this?
And then that's all Jack.
If you want some.
Do you want the buckler, the pearl, and the field dresser dagger?
Oh man. I'll take the pearl.
Because this is scale mail's heavy, right? Or
Yeah, but
medium.
Look what it does.
I know, but I don't like swimming. I'm a cat.
I know. That's exactly why I think you should have it.
It would help you more than not having. If you had
That actually, my boys actually found buried in the beach.
Oh wait,
I
no,
would
scale
have
mail.
got some bolts as well. Crossbow
So-
bolts. Or
Yep, you got crossbow bolts.
okay, cool. What I got, like 10 of them, 20 of them, or
Go with 20 because he gives you like a double set.
gotcha.
And I would like the companion
Thank you,
band if no one else wants it.
Okay.
I mean, the ones that interested me are either the pearl and the. I mean, you took the gloves, right?
Yeah.
Poison.
Chris did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll take the blade then. I'll take those two guys.
The blade and the buckler.
And
Oh, you know, I don't know if I want the buckler. Are you?
she has a shield.
Yeah, so you don't need to necessarily you don't need to take it.
Well,
I feel like I have too many things in my hand. I feel like a little blade is nice. But
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
My phone's right next to the right. Yeah. I just dropped
is it
all the way
is it
in
like
there.
a short blade?
huh? That's a dagger.
It's a dagger as well. Okay. That's
Yeah. So dagger and the buckler.
Yeah.
Resistant.
Monkey feet.
You would have advantage on like your like if someone was casting a fireball at you.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm just thinking if I have, you know, having a dagger, I can pull it out real quick, but I'm still using my bard abilities playing. I
Yeah.
can put that down and play my stuff, but with the shield, is that too encumberancing to try to do both of those? And
It depends on how he rules the buckler is held.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it depends on, because there is historical options where the buckler goes over the forearm,
Yep.
and there's historical options
Oh,
where
okay.
you have it
Yep.
basically on the back of your hand, and there's like a glove built into it, and it's
Yep.
like a mini shield, but
Yeah,
they're
so-
as quicker.
And you are in a shop that they could possibly fashion it in a manner that's appropriate to you.
Yes, okay. Well, I want to make sure everybody gets their fair portion. So, Caris got the bow, and he got. Because he has the stones.
And he got arrowheads.
Arrowheads.
Well, I could. I mean, if you want. Well, this is. Well, climbing doesn't cost you much movement again.
Lyra, do you have the companion band and the?
Yeah, I have the companion band and the angler's armor.
Which
Okay.
it's medium armor. Well, I'm thinking, which it would be a 16. Yeah, it's not a +1.
No.
I'll be rocking them.
Okay. What do you have on?
Right now, I just have leather. I know. Does that
Oh.
scale affect your?
Well, then you would probably need the angler's armor, because
Okay.
I mean, well, no, you have studded leather, don't you? Maybe in there.
Yes, I have studded leather.
You guys could
armor.
trade.
Hit him wear my armor.
Yep.
It'd be a little girly fit on him. I don't mind. He can have this.
What's your dex?
My dexterity is. Let me see right here. My dexterity is 15, so +2.
That would make it 16. You'd be maxing out the scale mail.
Does
So
that have a?
you two decide on who gets that one.
He can have it. I don't care.
Okay.
Does that affect your dexterity negatively at all, skill mail, or
No.
no?
Well, no, or wait, are you doing stealth disadvantage?
For scale mail?
Medium armor.
It's supposed to. That one just has bonuses for water.
Okay. You guys fight over that one and decide, because either she can wear it and you can have the what's it called, the studded leather that she has on. Basically, you would have to
Okay.
tighten it, or
I
you can
mean-
have the scale mail, which gives you like a disadvantage on stealth checks.
Okay. Well, I mean,
or we could
can
leave
start-
it. Either one. It doesn't matter.
Or you can have it. Or if one of us needs to go swimming, then we can use it.
You just having to carry that with you, and it takes a bit to don it.
Yeah.
So
It's-
unless
it's
you
40
want
it's
to
45
wear
pounds.
it, Jack.
Well, I would say I'm the more of the. I mean, you guys are going to be. I would imagine the more stealthier in. You can see in the dark. You're both very agile. I imagine, right? So, I mean, as long I can wear that one. If you want to take, I was going to make sure we have the proper. Everybody has what they want in the sense of like, if you have, so you have the companion band. You would have. What else would you want to take, Lyra?
I don't want anything else. I'm good. I just really wanted the companion
Companion.
pet. Yeah.
Well,
Okay. I feel like my guy has so much stuff. I got the blinky.
Yep.
Well, and it's like if you want, if you want the gloves, it's like I can trade you for the.
No. Oh,
The
I think
what's it called? The grappling arrow bracer.
Yeah, all the grappling. I have the grappling hook as well. Yeah.
Because this one allows you just to climb
Yeah.
and grapple people better. So
Okay.
it's like a straight just do instead of having to be a dexterity check shooting it. And I'm better at shooting stuff. So
See, that's a perfect assassin glove.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
grapple.
much of a strength guy though, but I'm not very strong. Pretty weak
Okay.
physically.
okay, I'll keep it then.
Keep those guys. I'll take the pearl.
Then the dagger and
I'll take the pearl and the dagger. I guess I'll take the buckler, the matching buckler, and then I don't know who wants the scale mail. If
Yeah.
that's
I guess
Oh.
Well,
And Edmund kind of slowly shuffles up. He's like, I did make this.
Oh,
and it's like as he's walking up, it smells like rat scat and pee.
oh, that's very just
And
pungent.
yeah,
That's awesome.
but it smells so bad. You can just tell that one to.
This one's better.
But it only holds rats.
I know.
Only.
I know. I like it. I like it more. I like it more than the rocks. Okay. I mean, this is called the Bag of Endless Rats. It looks like a bag of holding, but it stinks. All that comes out when a character tries to use it is 3d20 rats. If turned inside out or damaged, it disgorges 5d 100 rats and the bag is destroyed.
You have no control over the rats. You just.
I know.
Just a bunch
It's
of rats.
awesome.
I guess I'll take
It's-
this then.
It's awesome.
I'll wear the armor.
You know, I'm realizing the Angler's Armor and the Drowner's Pearl go well together, and of course the set of the knife and the buckler go well together. So I would say I could probably take I would say, Lyra, you should probably. What's your offensive weapons? Your blades? You just have knives?
Well, she should have. No, she has
A
a
rapier.
rapier and a shield.
Yeah.
So,
Why don't you take the buckler and the dagger? It's a little combo
Okay.
for both of those.
so this is a D4 plus a D4. So that would be a base. It's better than a D8. Statistically.
Okay.
That's. And I'll take. I guess I could don, because I mean you guys are in the more stealthy arena. I can don I'll put on the Angler's Armor and I'll keep the pearl just as a safety caution for me. I'll be swimming around if I'd be swimming in that.
Oh, yeah, you just bail out into the water.
Well, if there needs to be some excursion, some swimming reconnaissance, I can do that. And if it gets hairy, I can use the pearl as well. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that I can finally bust into this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll go check this place and, we'll contact you. Whenever's appropriate, I guess.
Okay.
Any times not to contact you?
How about I reach out to you?
That seems good. That seems, well... Yeah.
And being that I don't know where you stay, if they come back and they start getting information from me, you'll be safe.
I will try to keep my promise of getting your boys and wife out.
She has silvery white hair. They're not. Oh, he's taking it. Yes. Needless to say, I've got some Ziploc bags prepped for the other game.
Is there anything I can do for your eye, Everett, as well?
I think they think something's weird if.
Oh, I understand. Yes.
I
I'm
appreciate
sorry
it.
for your pain.
Oh, thank you. So did you guys take the stones as well?
Yeah. Okay, I'll take them. Just how many are there?
Just a pair. So one stone
Oh, you throw one and it. Okay. Yeah, that would be.
It's once a day.
Did the stream drop?
I don't think so.
Okay. Just me. Okay. Just me. Okay, well, we have a meeting to go to. Or we have something, entrepreneur. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, we have a meeting.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna don the anglers while we're there. Do I have time to put that on before
Yeah.
our meeting? It's
Yeah.
right now.
You do.
Okay, I'll put it on, the angler's armor. And just so I'm not carrying around the heft of a leather armor set as well, I'm going to leave it there with Everett.
Okay. And he hands it to Edmund and Edgar. And I have a feeling someone's going to come tomorrow. Make sure that after they leave the store, after walking in about a half an hour, it starts poking them in the spine. So they just start kind of stitching in like little things. So like after a little while, just sort of
I like these kids. Okay.
And they're putting in consideration all of them only have to like sleep 4 hours, so they have all this work
Well, I
time.
know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on my companion bound,
Okay.
and I like my creature to be a white rat.
A white rat.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
He's gonna be my little buddy. I'm not. I think of a name.
Okay.
Doesn't it glow?
Yeah.
Maybe not now.
Well, I don't have to summon it yet.
Yeah.
I have to attune to the band.
Yeah. It's
and then I can
and
summon
attunement
it.
in this world is an actual action. Because you know what it does, you can actually it like pulls on you. So you have one attunement slot being used at the moment.
Okay.
So you have your angler's armor on.
Yes.
You're tuned to that.
Yep, attuned to the gloves and bow.
Were you attuned, Chris? Do you think you'd get more of a use out of the grappling hook because I'm a little less stealthy now with the scale mail, correct? As far as
Well, we may need to climb, and I have the gloves, so.
okay,
I don't-
I'll hold on,
Yeah.
please. But if you need it,
And I made myself a grappling arrow, so just in case.
okay. We all
So
got grapple.
maybe in the future, if we want to still trade, we can.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yeah. Okay. Pier 3?
Yep. You're through.
Yeah.
My rat's name is Stuart.
Stewart. Little.
No,
Oh.
I'm gonna call him Stewie though.
Stewie.
Stewie.
Okay. Alright. So to Pier 3 we go.
Okay. You just kind of just head out. Like do you like head straight there, or like what are you doing?
I'm gonna make. And I'm gonna look around as least paranoid looking as possible, but looking
Roll it.
like a paranoid person.
We look like we belong there. Yeah, we're acting like we're part of the group.
Okay, so I'm gonna need
We got
group
ropes that are
stealth,
here.
but then also perception. So
Stealth.
Oh, natural 20.
awesome.
9.
Wait, do I roll? So do I roll with the scale now? What's
25.
At disadvantage,
the disadvantage?
because it's the noise.
Stealth and what?
Yeah.
No, that's 8.
I
11.
Stealth and what?
How
That's seven.
me perception.
7.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
And what was yours? 20.
25. And a 19 on perception.
And a 19 on perception. And yours?
Dirty 20.
Okay. So you're, you actually head out first and, like, you disappear into, like a shadow. And Jack is still kind of moving around. He's, like, scraping him against the door frame. And you, like, kind of grab him and pull him. And, like, same thing. He's disoriented because of the sound. And then he's kind of like, there's a whole bunch of information going through his head. And you can actually read that he's a little overstimulated. Would be the word. And you grab both of them as there's two individuals walking that have that definite red symbol on one of them on a shoulder, and the other one like a big one on his chest. But because you rolled so high, you actually kept them from noticing.
Thank you.
So I'll just, like, you're doing your best to kind of act casual about it. You go up, you're starting to walk up Pier 3 and you're looking over at Pier 2, and where Pier 2 is, like, covered in, like, refuse. And it looks like there's a garbage boat, like almost like a large, like they put their garbage on it and you don't know where they bring it. And then the Pier 1, there's definitely damage in that area that something happened. You can roll a, what's your marching order?
Which pier are we? I guess we're looking like we're cleaning up.
Okay.
Or okay, what should we act, guys, or should we hide?
I would say we're kind of out in the open. He gave us that ropes and the gear to pretend to be. And he gave us that alibi, pretending we're scouring the depths, that we're those type of guys. So we could, as long as we all agree on, like, we just come up with a name for whoever hired us or something. He'd make it up, Grognok or something.
Not it. That sounds good. I like frog knock.
Yeah.
Knock like a bow knock. Okay. Frog knock.
Got it. Click that. There we go. That works. And it had to be.
Out of focus.
Yeah, you can just leave it like that. A moment. Let me. Oh well. Just so he can see.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Wish they had a focus button.
Yeah. So what's your marching order?
I guess me first.
I guess
Okay.
you guys should be first if I'm a little louder, so I'll take up the rear.
Okay. So as you're walking, the boards are creaking under your feet. You can definitely tell that this this dock doesn't seem to really be used a whole bunch. And being that it's around midnight, there doesn't seem to be as much cargo and stuff like that being unloaded now, but there's still farther inland, they're like at the Silver Mug and stuff like that, they're still kind of rowdy. Roll a perception.
All of us?
Yeah, yes please.
10.
10,
14.
14.
I got 15.
15. Okay. You're just walking out. Okay. So you walk over, and you kind of go over as well. And Jack, you actually trip over something kind of in the netting, and you hear "Argh!" underneath the nets. And
Hello?
someone moves, just kind of brings a hand out. Anything will help.
Uh-oh.
Anything will help. My coin purse is empty.
Would some squid tentacles help?
No, that would not help. That would not.
No.
If you have food.
I do not do.
And so, like, there's like
I have to look at my rations, I'd say, and it's in keeping with our characters as slimy pirate salvagers are. They get away from me, you dog! And I throw him a little piece of some of my rations, and then push off and continue walking.
like you push off of him.
Yeah, like I feel not like it's forceful to get it more, but like make sure he's not touching me, and then I throw him a piece of the ration, like
Okay.
kind of more discreetly, and
Okay.
keep walking.
Okay.
We gotta keep up the image.
Thank you.
Okay, and so
Are you still heading towards that way?
Yeah, I guess so.
and now I'm paranoid, so I'm halfway turned.
Okay. Okay.
Looking back.
I want to see how he responds, though. Is he just still sitting there?
He's sitting there. Just a dirty-looking guy, kind of sitting cross-legged and eating the food, just kind of staring straight ahead this way, like towards the rubble and everything. And it is a pretty dark night. Like the both moons are would be a extreme waning crescent.
Okay. Are we wanting to do the code now? Are we gonna? I wanted to set that up so if people saw us, we just look like we're guys getting rid of their gear. We don't want to mess with this guy, but we don't want to like overtly say it to him.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. Before you told me no. Our code.
I know I had it written down, but I have mine messed up just like our. My notes are like a cipher anyway.
I have it.
I texted it to you guys purposely too.
I have
Yeah.
the code.
Yeah.
Do we?
There it is. Okay.
Do we think that might be our band?
You know, I was thinking. So
You're saying it to him?
no, I was saying it to you,
Oh.
but a little bit louder than normal. So squid have tentacles, and octopus have arms.
Uh-huh.
So is it all elbows then?
Hmm.
It's an interesting question. I don't know.
I don't know.
And we'll pick up there next time.
Oh, da-da-dum.
Yep. So, see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.